Hello. Good morning. Happy New Year's. Today we will just be doing Ivara Sporothrix. Our core velocity, primary electricity, ability strength, instead of all the primary status chance shards that I had before. I'm just gonna try this. It should work, but I'm not 100% certain. It should probably kill. Same way. I think this is just modded for viral, and I changed a couple mods like amalgam serration becomes spectral serration, because I think probably the sprint speed doesn't affect her movement speed. It's like a different stat. Rifle elementalist I think I put over Nerfa, which makes sense. It's just that I have even less status chance. Like, what's the difference? It's like a 50% difference. It's kind of big, but I think that the status damage might be worth keeping. Galvanized chamber, galvanized aptitude, and modded for viral. That's probably fine. I think it'll work. Primary crux this time for a little bit of status chance. Because you get 30% more, stacking up to 10 times, so if I'm shooting a lot of things in the head, it should be fine. Core, Furious, the balance. I don't think that the Furious build means any updates. This is the same one I've been using for like months. The Riven. Let's see. I guess you could put Galvanized Crosshairs, Hornet Strike, there's the Magnetic one. Magnetic might probably perfectly fine there for the extra critical damage. This is just like, I'm using this for critical damage anyways. Same old Valkor build with Focus Energy as the Riven slot. Eureka is going to be using assault mode this time. Let's see it to see if the Vergless will prime everything. So this is just on magnetic and radiation. I've been meaning to do the Trinity video. It's just like Garuda Serrata. It's pretty interesting. Seems like it would work well though. My goodness, the Serrata used to be like my favorite glaive. Should use it more often. I've just like forgotten about it. Serrata versus Grenier, yeah, it's like still very strong. She probably, her damage bonus probably made it go like really crazy. Is damage kind of low? $100,000? 150. Maybe I do need the status chance shards. CC damage IC Riven? Oh my gosh, for 150. People don't realize how good this Serrata is. Even I've like totally forgotten about it. Like I didn't even think about the Serrata until you mentioned it. I gotta start glazing it more. Because it deserves it. It's a really good gun. Is this feeling weak? I guess I won't really know until I get to a higher level.
The enemy has triggered the release of a possessed exolizer. Purge it before it pumps out even more fluid contamination. The void manifestation is possessing an exolizer. Stop it before it feeds the cascade. We're down an exolizer. Working on backups.
Like the ticks are like 20,000. Those are also like... They're just not dying fast. Or they're dying too fast right now for me to tell. Yeah, literally. So what's this guy taking? Okay. Probably like 100,000. 3.8 million, okay. When it crits hard. Oh my god, I didn't show the Ivara build, did I? I'll show it afterwards. But I didn't use Crepuscular on her. Because the Sporothrix doesn't crit, usually. But the yellow crits are critting pretty reasonably high amount. The other thing is that I guess that the Sporothrix isn't stacked. You know, the shock combo. Where is this Exolizer? Oh, this rotation's gonna suck. $400,000. Actually, it's ticking for a good amount. $60. It depends on if I hit the headshot or not. I'm not using Acuity. The reason I'm not using Acuity is because it makes the multi-shot go to 1. Maybe I should though, but also like it's a crit mod and the Sporothrix doesn't crit. So the only thing I'm using is Spectral Serration in terms of the new mods. This could like just straight up be a downgrade. Oh my god. What killed me? Oh, you got a cat, like a whole cat? Oh my god. That's great. It's really wonderful. Did you just like adopt like straight up, or did you like take some time? I know some people like foster before they adopt, things like that.
Invaders have any idea what demons they have invoked upon us all? We're down an exolizer, working on backups. This cascade is growing out of control.
With how still that like Grenier was right there, I thought I was lagging. On the spot? Wow. Is it your first cat? Should have asked that too. I mean, regardless, it's like really cool.
The spent Exilizer has been retired.
Gosh, affectionate long hairs. It was a cat I think my younger brother met recently. Exactly the same way. An affectionate long hair. But it was someone else's. They were fostering her. No violence, no. Oh no. Let's see. What teleported me?
Our enemy's fall is your gain. Spent Exilizer has been retired. Contamination just spiked. Keep your wits about you. Exilizer spent. Cascade intensified.
Two first and then one? Yeah, that's true. What ends up happening though whenever I use oh my god, contamination wave is that, okay, I'm teleporting for no reason. But what happens is I use the full combo, and that's really bad. If you use the full like 3 contamination wave like void dash combo, you end up with way less energy than you need to make void strike work. So I make that mistake a lot, so I just use void strike straight up.
Exilizer suppressed. Purging before it makes the contamination worse. Now the Exilizer's purged. Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the contamination level down.
The dots do most of the heavy lifting. How's 1999? It's pretty good. The quest, it was pretty good. The thing I don't love the dating system that came out of it, and you have to like interact with it. I don't even know if like you have to necessarily date everybody. I think you have to pick somebody to date or something, or maybe you don't even have to. But I just like I haven't engaged with that system very much because everybody who I know who does engage with it gets like really weird about it. That makes sense. Okay. The story was good. The new content was good. I love Side 09. Probably my favorite frame ever. It's optional today? Okay. I just have no idea how to min-max that whole like thing. Because you do need to go like up in terms of your like friendliness with the X in order to like unlock stuff or something like that. Or no, you have to go up and never mind. I think you don't even have to like interact with them at all. I had it backwards. The affection system is like what you unlock if you go up and standing with them through the bounty system. Trusted? Yeah. Trusted is pretty easy to get. That took me like a couple days. But for everybody who does really like the idea of that whole like dating sim thing, it's kind of cool. I know they really like it. Silence dual talks? Yeah. I think dual talks period. He's very good. Yeah. Not the direction I expected for the game to take. Well, tons of content in the game. Gonna convince almost anybody to play. Something for you all.
Contamination levels going in the wrong direction. We are down an Exalizer. Working on backups.
Outburst Diplos? My god. Just do not use the Diplos secondary fire. For the love of God. Actually, maybe Cyto 9 will make Diplos alt fire like viable. Who knows? Report back with your findings. Thanks, Eepul. I remember when you crashed out a couple days ago. What's going on, dude? If you want to post it, I think you should, probably. Kind of a cool combination. Oh, what the heck? There's a person, but I can't shoot at him. Oh, I have to do a melee kill. It kills base Thrax immediately. Base Thrax meaning like base path? Like level 50? Didn't you get banned from the Cascade Discord? Or at least you pinged me for something. Like the entire like Cascade role thing
down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
Very sad.
Exilizer spent. Ah, the Void has manifested something other than a nightmare.
Oh, base SP. Okay, so it can do like 1,000,000 damage. Nice. If you're running heat on the Diplos, it'll probably kill eventually. Compressor can kill through level cap. I should like probably do a run with one. Because it's just good. Especially with the magnetic mod, with the crit damage now, you can... It's just way too good. Like, primers in this game are, like, basically as good as primary... Not primary, it's just... They're just good DPS weapons. You can't prime anymore. Procs a body shot bubble? I thought they fixed the Zata's bugs. That's really weird. Like, they're supposed to have fixed everything with it.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
Okay.
Exilizer spent.
Extract right now and do a compressor run. I don't have my compressor formatted. We'd be sitting here for like 20 minutes formatting the compressor. I think I do have it formatted. I just have it like formatted the wrong way. I'm not gonna extract in the middle of an Ivara Sporothrix run. It's going so well. I'm just pre-testing for magnetic Sporothrix coming soon. TM. Like, I have my, actually, it might be formatted correctly, because the last time I did the compressor was with Excalibur, with the dual primer setup, and I needed, like, to stack elements on it. I needed to go, like, crazy. So it's probably got viral corrosive magnetic on it. Maybe not corrosive magnetic. It's got something, though.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups. Struggle has its benefits.
But I'm pretty sure that's how it does damage anyways, just by doing a lot of status. That is probably an issue with the Diplos and the way that it's like alt fireworks then. That's really sad. Does Zata stack on site? Or do you need to get rid of his like his first ability or something? I know Roar doesn't stack. Oh, I haven't, you know, I haven't been activating Zata's like at all. Huge damage boost.
Exilizer spent. spent exolizer has been retired.
Say Ocucore. I don't think that the tendrils get weak point kills. I think you need to aim for headshots, but maybe they do. I'm not 100% sure. When I was doing it on Saren and stuff, like, it didn't feel like it was doing, like, the tendrils did weak point hits. But they might hit weak points enough that it counts. The thing I also noticed is that if a status proc gets a kill, it doesn't count for Sight's Invis. I don't think it does. So with the Ocucore, I've heard also people saying that, like, his Invis is actually a little bit hard to upkeep because your kills get stolen by the status procs. And as enemy HP gets higher, your, like, status damage is going to be doing a lot more of the heavy lifting, and so you're going to get, like, less and less weak point kills, more and more status kills as the mission goes on. So your invisibility will scale down. So I think it's a cool combination, but probably not for solo. For solo, it would get a little bit rough, potentially. Or maybe, like, if you're cracked, like, it would be pretty easy. Oh, yikes. In a squad, though, Ocucore just killing everything, and there's, like, not usually even that many enemies around. It'll be pretty chill. Acuity Angstrom or Latum? I think I tested Acuity Latum, and it's pretty good. Crit Latum, I mean, is already good, so Acuity is gonna make it even better. Acuity Angstrom I haven't tried. The other thing I was trying was a crit, my goodness, Fenmore? The thing is, though, I just don't like the Fenmore. I think it's, like, kinda is not great. Or it just doesn't feel good to use, if you know what I mean. Because the reload speed and the Incarnon speed is, like, really long. And to me, it's just, like, really hard to upkeep anything on it. And, like, also charging the Incarnon with Acuity without the multi-shot is hard. It's, like, really slow. Basically, it's like Sybaris level Incarnon charging. But you don't get, like, multiple shots. A pretty slow fire rate. You know, this Contamination Wave, it's like a vulnerability to void damage, right? So if I did that, and then I have Zata's Whisper up, shouldn't it, like, do extra damage? Drax was just tweaking too hard. There we go. Wow. Looks like it's maybe doing something. Oh my gosh. It'll be okay. She'll make it.
Spent exolizer has been
100 million damage normal on the angstrom. Whoa. Do you think that was the angstrom or was it mag doing most of the heavy lifting? No. All right. I think I wasn't invisible. Cutie, mag, and a good ribbon. Yeah. I definitely do need to go back to the angstrom because I was kind of like lazy when I was building it. It felt weak. But I know that it isn't. In the abilities section, you're right. Okay. Operator damage specifically, not void damage. Rip. What is that? Oh, am I pressing her, like, arrow button? I'm pressing her too. Oh, I should get this melee damage challenge out of the way too. I've been playing a lot less Warframe lately, especially like in the last week, just because my friends got me into Marvel Rivals, and now I've been playing Marvel Rivals for the past week. And it's pretty fun. I think I'm kind of washed at Warframe though. Duty is bugged. I was using it with like Wisp, who like doesn't buff it whatsoever. I think with like any amount of buffing, it's probably like perfectly adequate. It at least feels usable. Yeah, I specifically didn't have any mods on that video just because I wanted to show that like it was that easy to level cap, especially with Wisp. Because at the end of it, it's not really a damage check or anything like that. It's or like a mod check or like a survivability check even. If you're playing the frame that you're like that you want to bring to level cap the way that it's supposed to be played, or if your frame has something special that can help it out like Wisp does, it's like super easy just by managing exolizers and stuff. That's really all you need to do. just like in response to people playing frames like Revenant or like Wisp or whatever, like Gauss, and not being able to get to level cap, and they're just kind of struggling. It just comes down to Exilizer management. Like, I understand though if you're trying to play Inaris to level cap and then you're like hoping, that makes sense. But if you're playing Revenant, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to make it.
Exilizer spent. Contamination levels on your
Unless you're doing like literally 0 damage with like your weapons. Because you only need to get like 1 or 2 kills every few, like 20-30 minutes in order to keep the mission going even. Two mod Gauss, yep, it'll work. You only need like fast deflection and gosh, Arcane Aegis. R4 fast deflection. That's the Gauss build. Yeah, for like a low investment, easy way to get up to level cap, Revenant is perfectly fine. It's like, for people who even want to grind the game mode, it's like the best advice to give them, unironically. Like, just play Revenant, just like get a dual Toxicist or something, get any of the Incarnon weapons to be honest, and just like build them, and you'll be fine. Get a Falcor, or even just like build Azorius, because Azorius is also fun. The Falcor I like better, but like realistically the Azorius is fine. It'll work. God, these acolytes are like scaring me. Oh, I just hit some weird hotkeys. Rep Slim. Oh yeah, Magistar. Like this week, get the Magistar and Incarnon in rotation. Use that, it'll carry you for everything. It won't be fun after a while, but at least you'll have an easy time doing things. Like, and then like once you're like once you have like all the stuff farmed up that you need to like make other things viable, and like you have Plaid or whatever, and you play the game for a while, you can start investing in like weirder niche things that you want to have more fun with. That's like a way to play the game. Or you could just, you know, play the normal way and get everything unlocked and strong over time. That was weird that it killed the Rex that I wasn't aiming at first. Because usually, if you have a favorite weapon, and it's like not necessarily like a meta strong weapon, and you want to make it work, and you're like low MR, what I've found is when I'm giving people, when I'm giving people advice to like make those weapons work, they don't have the mods or stuff that'll make this stuff viable. So they kind of need something to get them through to the point that they can like start farming those mods. Or they need to go farm some plat and just buy the mods or whatever, and it gets like expensive. So I like to just have like, as a recommendation, just something really easy that is guaranteed to be really good. And then you can focus on your silly stuff later. It's just efficient time investment. What the heck? Yeah, Furious, so cheap to build. I think it's like 50 platinum if you even want to get like a fully maxed out Cascadia flare. And you don't even necessarily need that, to be honest. As soon as you hit Seal Path, you're farming the galvanized mods anyways, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I need the galvanized mods. And you get them and you have them, and then you just like put them onto a Furious and you're good to go. Diamond skin. I don't have. Gosh.
You just lost an Exilizer to possession. Get it back. Cascading intensified. Nearby attackers will degrade the Exilizer's performance. Clear them out to get the system working full steam.
Not right now, Misery. The ribbons are cheap, yeah. They're like unbelievably cheap too. Like 100 plat or whatever. For like a pretty good one. And you don't even need a ribbon. It's just a good gun. Yep, also true. You can use all kinds of stuff. It'll work perfectly fine. You could mod it like wrong. You could just be wrong. Like mod it in a bad way. Like, I don't know, putting like only reload speed mods on, I don't know. And you'll be perfectly fine. It'll work. It will not be like fast or amazing or anything, but it'll like work. Blast Furious, yeah, you could do a Blast Furious and it'll be fine. Potentially. That's probably more in line with what would happen. You just mod it for like a weird status. You would have a cold Furious or something. Like, corrosive cold.
Spent Exilizer has been retired. We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups. Exilizer spent. Has its benefits.
Who's the other guy? Oh, I heard him behind me, but if he can live, it's fine. Oh, shoot. $2,500 shot combo. You can live. I might need you. How is the new core? The new core is really good. With the, what is it? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting what the name of the new arcane is. The one that like lets you do crit hits without modding for crit. It's so good because the new core specifically has an insane critical damage multiplier. So it's just like the easiest like option for you to just be like, okay, I'll just use this arcane that gives me free crit chance basically, and I can just mod for crit damage and I'll do a ton of damage. And you can apply that theory. Oh, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. But you can apply that theory of like building to like any secondary potentially, as long as it has like a pretty reasonably good crit damage multiplier. And it's like another modding philosophy kind of that you can put in. Now you can mod for crit, you can mod for status, or you could just mod for crit damage. You don't have to split scale your crit damage and your crit chance. Yes, Enervate, that's the one.
Exilizer has been retired.
Thank you.
Exilizer spent. This cascade is growing out of control.
A lot of Trocarians that just came out of this like doorway.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on that. The void is manifested somewhere other than the nightmare.
Is Alex good for cascading? Yes, it is. The thing that you might need to get used to is just that it's like not got a lot of ammo, I don't think, so you gotta hit your shots. But I mean, it's got great damage, so it is good. Oh my god.
Exilizer spent.
Getting shot combo.
Spent Exilizer has been retired. Exilizer spent.
I hit myself with Valcor. Yeah. I am so washed. I've been variety gaming too much. Yeah. Oh my god. There's a violent shadow over here. Hope it's dead now. Oh. I haven't played a shield gate frame in a really long time. Just because I'm pretty sure I would just suck at it. Like Nyx, that was just an invincibility frame. Trinity is gonna be like a shield gate frame, but she's pretty easy. Because you just kind of aim at an enemy and you get a shield gate and you kill the enemy. And like actually I don't think Trinity's builds are like any different. I'm just gonna play her the same way I did in the first few videos that I ever did with her. I don't know if I really want to try the thing with the Oberon subsume, was it? I'm forgetting the name of it. Mag without fortifier? Well, okay, Mag is also another one of those frames that I would be like, is kinda not the hardest shield gating frame. She's like baby's first shield gate. For me, she was the easier shield gate. Oh my god. I'm hitting the wrong key for heavy attack. Smite? Was it smite or was it something else? There's like an ability, maybe it's like a helmet specific ability that like does the damage that you do to one enemy to all the enemies around that enemy. Or that might just be smite, you might just be right. That is the Oberon subsume that I was thinking about. That's like a nightmare frame build. I remember he did like a thing where it was like Trinity nuke, and you use that subsume with it. The Gath is harder because she doesn't actually have survivability built into her kit. Her kit is like you die over and over, I think. Saren Fortifier is pretty comfortable in addition to shield gating. If you're just doing Fortifier, sometimes it gets rough. Unless you're in a squad. If you're in a squad, then it's whatever. Do whatever you want. Saren will get you through everything. And then with Garuda, you have the shield, so if you're playing really well, you can kind of get away with living for longer without having a shield gate too often. Oh, I remembered, I think I wasn't like trying to get subscribers for the past like couple weeks, but I think I'm at like 990 now. So I'm like close to 1,000. It's just that we didn't hit it like before the year end. That was like really cool. So I think like in a couple weeks probably we'll hit 1,000 subscribers, which is kind of crazy. And it's like also kind of funny. I'm not doing like guide content, or I never considered doing guide stuff until like now when I'm barely playing the game. This is like the story of Warframe creators. I think they just like they start making guides and they're like not really playing the game. I gotta lock in. I gotta like actually play the game and test things. Oh yeah, a lot of people uploading level cap videos. I think I got lucky, but there's a lot of people who do way more stuff than me. So you should explore. Like Norman's channel. I think Nerze's channel, I think they were doing uploads too. David doesn't upload very much anymore. I think he hasn't uploaded in a while. I think he's doing other things now. Han, Kaz, whoever. Forgetting if he changed his YouTube name. I don't know if he's uploaded recently, but he uploaded like montages more than like builds or anything. Primaries for killing acolytes. That's actually hard because primaries are kind of weak for killing acolytes usually. Even the Sporothrix is like kind of really rough. Oops. Oh, I'm dead. I'm just dead. That was like the worst mistake I could have made. Nope. Eureka. A subscriber in trade chat? That's really cool. I haven't had that happen yet. Mostly people are, they like join the Cascade Discord and they see me there. That's what happens. But primaries, I like the Sybaris and Karnon's kind of good for that. Only in solo, because like in squads, like the acolytes also have way more HP. I usually just use a Falcor or like a slam weapon to kill acolytes really fast, or any like heavy attack melee. Ceramic dagger is like one of the OG like really good options for that. Torrid can't do it. I know that for a fact. It's like way too slow. Any sniper rifle, if you're building for like a lot of like primary damage and like sniper rifle combo and stuff, like it'll work potentially, but maybe not in squads. Cyto 9 sniper rifle is like actually good for that. Like his can one-shot acolytes. Think miter, maybe. I don't think that the miter is really good for acolytes, so mostly it's AD clear. I don't really know of any others. Even in terms of like secondaries, like the, oh my goodness, dual toxicist is a little bit slow. Furious is super slow. The dual toxicist can get the job done though. New core, absolutely not. Actually, it's like okay. With the enervate build, it was like fine. Yeah, Onos. But the Onos has a lot of front-loaded damage. I think anything that has front-loaded damage, you can give a try. You can try. If it's not status base, if it's not like mag dump type gameplay, then it'll work, possibly. Wow, this Exilizer hasn't spawned like ever until now. This is kind of interesting.
This cascade is growing out of control.
Now it's spawning this room like backwards. ELAC, yeah, I can see the ELAC definitely working. AX52, I feel like AX52 would be similar to the ELAC. Maybe it's like a frame difference. Who knows? Oh boy. terrifying moments. Top 10 scariest moments, Void Cascade edition. The one foolproof way to survive against violence is to just go into Operator. Because your abilities get cleansed, you're not going to have vulnerability, and he actually usually can't kill you if you're an Operator. But if you're in the middle of like a ton of Eximus units or something that are all using their abilities at that moment, you might die anyways. Yeah, I think ELAC and AX52 are like very similar. They both get the headshot crit damage, crit chance, and a bonus. And I don't know their base stats off the top of my head, but I think they're not like very dissimilar. Sevagoth Prime Epitaph. Yeah, I think with a loadout like that where Sevagoth is just like killing everything, you low-key don't really need the primary slot. You might want to use like instead of the Raptor Dagger, or maybe you could build a Raptor Dagger for heavy melee and it'll work. You'll just need to stack combo like at the beginning of the mission and then not die for the rest of the mission. But if you want to just swap your melee into something that can kill acolytes, glaives actually work really well. The Serrata and the Falcor especially are very good to kill acolytes. Actually, if the ELAC has multiplicative Nuncio, then it's probably going to scale higher than the like AX52 no matter what. I hate how like unintuitive multiplicative CO is in this game. Just like random guns have it, other ones just don't. On primaries, it's like sometimes I feel like it doesn't even matter because like they only get 2 stacks of it anyways. I mean, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intended or if like the interns at DE who make the who like code the like docs or whatever, if they like make mistakes or something. I don't know. I have no idea. If it were a bug, it would have been patched out by now because we like multiplicative CO has been a thing forever. And DE's just not touching it. They're just giving it to random guns basically. I don't know what the devs are usually thinking. I'm gonna die here. The sniper rifle that doesn't crit. So true. Yeah, I mean, okay, that like I guess more projectile weapons do have it than like not than like hit scan, but like even the projectile weapons, like only specific ones do have it, so you can't even like there's no intention behind what guns they're putting. Oh my god, I'm getting cooked. GG. I was just standing in a napalm bubble, I think.
Keep any roaming thrax away from that exolizer until it discharges. That'll make us
Like the AX-52, I'm pretty sure is another projectile weapon, and it just doesn't have NCO.
exolizer spent. You're down an exolizer. Working on backup. Struggle has its benefits.
Yeah, I didn't like using the Salta too much when I was using it either. But you kind of can't feel this. Actually, I guess you can feel the damage, but like it's just not a fun gun to use, in my opinion. Moog has interesting tastes, I guess. That butcher was standing there like a top. I just had that image in my mind. It won't make sense because I pointed it out after the fact, but like, my god.
Working on backups.
That is so weird. Yeah, it's all a bug. Onos Riven. Isn't the Onos still like, doesn't it have a pretty low Riven dispo? Yeah, I think that like even Rivenless, it'll be like perfectly fine.
Spent exolizer has been retired. Our enemy's folly is your gain. Exolizer spent.
Oh my god. It is still an Incarnon gun. Yeah, a lot of people love the arm cannons. I don't usually. I'm not the biggest fan. When I was using the Onos, like for me, it just like didn't intuitively feel good. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I need something where I can see projectiles or like it's hit scan or something. I'm not a huge fan of like anything that deviates. Rare Warframe aimer.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
I wonder if I can farm headshots on the Spectres or the Arcane passive to proc. I can probably check by looking in the top left, but I think it's like kind of hard to even shoot the head without dying immediately.
Spent. Contamination levels going in the wrong direction.
I swear, oh my god. Just listed everything I needed for like the Diplos to work well. My god. Okay. Maybe I'll try it. No, no, not the Diplos. Oh my god. Mesa regulators. What am I shooting at, I wonder?
Contamination subsiding.
The Karak is an interesting choice, but it makes sense. That one was also speaking to me. It's just like I end up with Soma instead. Because I think I got the Soma Prime. Oh my god. Very bad. Okay. Sometimes I accidentally press my roll button for too long and I start sprinting, and then I get cooked. Wow. God, stop turning around.
Spent Exilizer has been retired.
Very sad.
Exilizer spent.
Yeah, same.
We're down an
It looks fun though. Same thing with like Wolf Sledge. I don't even think I have a Wolf Sledge actually. I just straight up don't have one. It's an interesting connection to make. But you're right.
Spent
No, get away from me. How do you know where I am? You know where I am and you walk up to me, but you won't attack me. You just use all your auras and whatever to make me take damage and die. Oh. Another bot. Yeah, I'm not like a super fan, but I watched it. Back in the days when Netflix had like 2 or 3 animes on it, and like RWBY was one of them. Quote unquote anime. Before I knew how to pirate thing. I do not condone or encourage piracy. I think the ammo efficiency of primary crux is really nice to have on the Sporothrix. I think the electricity shards are not the move really for it though. Maybe one, but more primary status chance would be better.
This discovery might interest you.
Yeah, I don't think I watched it past like a single season. Like, I don't even know what the arcs are called. Oh my gosh, almost level cap. Oh yes. A big giant hallway full of enemies for me to spam into, yes. Wait. Wow, actually the shock combo goes up really fast. Or at least it goes up for like with multiple shots per single fire. Like, okay, I'm at 43, 48, but it's decaying. 63 now. It actually decays really fast too. I guess that's the trade-off. The multi-shock counts, but the decay is really fast.
Spent Exilizer has been retired. Struggle has its benefits. Cascade intensified. Exilizer spent.
feel like this has gone by pretty fast. Oh, nope. In an hour 20.
Exilizer, working on backups. Spent Exilizer has been retired.
I think if I modded this thing for magnetic, it would just kill based off of the overguard like break tick. It would just be like a little bit less good at killing trash mobs. You take a break. Oh yeah. I should too. Like the great thing about doing like super long endurance runs is that like you get loot, right? You get like a whole ton of loot and you can look at your loot, but then VE will ban you if you do that and if you like collect the loot. I've not been doing super long endurance runs. I like my account too much to risk it. Primary fortifier would be so insane. It would probably like single-handedly make a lot of guns very viable. But they also like, I don't know, maybe like rework the galvanized mods. They need something. Primaries need something. More conditional like absurd damage bonuses would be actually crazy. Like spectral serration and stuff. We need to do something to buff up primaries. Get like 6 bajillion crit damage if you are aim gliding. That would be so cool. That would be so cool actually for like as a bow mod. So it's just like you're just aim gliding all the time with bows. But you get like an insane bonus for doing it.
Just lost an Exilizer to possession. Get it back. The Exilizer's purged. Any casualties left within its field will bring the contamination level down.
I think they do. Apparently someone did like a huge trade for like 50,000 plat or something and then they got cooked for it.
Spent Exilizer.
Maybe it's just hearsay though.
See what you make of this.
Yeah, Tord Incarnon's so strong. Sorry guys, they don't need the buffs. I was wrong. I think it's like really funny that the Tord Incarnon I feel like is pretty mediocre. Especially compared to like secondaries. But it's been like basically pumped up so hard and hyped up so much that it's the only thing people like think about. If you ask someone during the like dual toxicist Incarnon week, what Incarnon should I get? They're gonna say Tord first, not like dual toxicist first, which is crazy. Because like they're like night and day different in terms of how strong they can be. I think that he was trading like 50k for a good ribbon. I don't think it was an ill-gotten 50k. Like that's like he was collecting or trading for a long time, or he was just a big trader. He did the trade and got banned or something. Like I know people who have traded like tons and tons for years and they just have like 200,000, 100,000 platinum. Like they're in my clan. Like I know them personally. Oh my gosh. But they don't do like huge trades like that, like 50,000 or whatever for a single item. Oh yikes, there it is. That was close. They got stuck in the hole.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
Well, new core now is like forward prime. Like with the Enervate build, it's like so much better. Stackless, like whatever, etc., etc. It's so good. Torrid is good, it's just not like super busted, overpowered good, you know, like the way that people make it out to be. Like it's nice, it's like quality of life, it's got a cool beam. The new core is better, straight up, and especially now it is. The dual toxis is better. Heavy attack melees, in my opinion, are better. Zaws are better. Like if you see a red crit on a Torrid, you're like, wow, a red crit, but then you look at the damage and it's like 20,000, I don't know, like 100,000. That's not a lot. It doesn't even apply status like that fast. So it's not even like an amazing like heat inherit like kind of primary weapon. Where you can just like use it like the Purist and you just stack a ton of heat. And your toxin procs or whatever, or corrosive, or who knows what you're using on it. And you just do a ton of damage that's just like backload. It's like all a scam to just like get people to pay 1 billion plat for Torrid ribbons. And I'm with it. I made a lot of money on Torrid ribbons. Yes, I did. I think I got in on that discussion a little bit, maybe. Or maybe it was a different one. It was for the Falcor, definitely. Or Urelli. I got involved for that one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what exactly it is about the Torrid that made people just start going crazy rabid for it. It's like so mediocre. You can invest like so much platinum into like a Torrid ribbon and all that stuff, and it's gonna be like super mediocre. Oh shoot, there's some stuff here. Versus like a dual toxis, you can use ribbonless with like secondary encumber, not even encumber. You could just use like Cascadia Flare, 50 plat, and run it like with heat. Yeah, it seems pretty similar. It would be faster if I went status shards again, but I just tried electricity shards. Honestly, not the move.
Extraction drive. Exolizer spent.
Go to Sporo on site? No. Honestly, site doesn't really buff the Sporothrix that much. And he's already got his own sniper rifle. It's like a waste. I think I'll keep Sporothrix Ivara coded. Magnetic Sporothrix will be so good though. I can have the viral modded in. I can have just magnetic on the Sporothrix and it'll be extra good. It'll probably one-tap Thrax, to be honest. 'Cause it'll just eat through the overguard immediately and then the overguard tick will kill them. But then the reason it'll be extra good is that you'll still have the viral for AD clear. I could mod like magnetic onto my Sporothrix now, but it just wouldn't be as good at like killing these random Grineer.
Exolizer spent. Our enemy's valley will gain.
No. Oh, he's stuck in the wall, so he's reviving me. Whoops. Oh, do Trocarians use the Karak? That Trocarian was holding a Karak, I'm pretty sure. Let's go take a look. Yeah, it's like a Kuva Karak.
Working on backups. Exolizer spent. Cascading intensified.
Hello, Electro Pulse. Happy holidays. Is it still the holidays still? I feel like they just ended. In like a couple days, I think a lot of people go back to school, go back to work. It is a happy new year. I can't believe it. 2025. Feel old.
We've down an exolizer. Working on backups. See what you make of this. direction. We're down an Exilizer.
Power throw versus faction mod. I prefer the faction mod. I've always used the faction mod. But power throw is probably more damage. Maybe. The other thing is though, like, I use the faction mod, but I never switch it out per faction. So at the end of the day, that's like a death slot. You can low-key use whatever. It'll still perform perfectly fine. I think it's even strong without a rivet. I should have taken my ribbon off for this run. To like kind of show. You can move.
Exilizer has been retired. Our enemy's folly is your game. We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
Without faction or war. Very interesting. Yeah, I think it's good that there's like a little bit of like wiggle room in terms of like the options that you have for modding it. Technically you can say it's preference, because power throw also requires you to like do multiple throws, and you just say, well, I'm not doing a ton of throws or whatever, I just kind of want more of the DOT. I've never felt the need for roar ever. Thing is already so strong. And when I do use roar, I think that the difference in damage is like kind of minimal, or at least not noticeable to me. It's like over damage, time to kill matters a lot. You could do like 24 million damage with like a gun to a Thrax, and then the next bullet takes like 15 minutes to come out, and then your time to kill is 15 minutes. And that sucks, even though it does a lot of damage. That's probably a terrible... I don't think that even applies to anything in Warframe. I just... God.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
Hmm. Oh, 100% magnetic. Magnetic Sporothrix. Whoops. Without Zatas, it's really hard to get through the overguard. But with magnetic, it won't be. Magnetic Sporothrix, please save me.
Spent Exilizer has been retired.
Magnetic Metabolist, yeah, will be so good. What's the other one? There's another primer. Oh my god, another beam weapon in there. I'm forgetting. Sporolacer? No, 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 that's a craftable gun.
Working on backup.
Isis? Oh yeah! The glaive! Very true. I'm so dead. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, the Furious doesn't keep me invisible. I don't have Hush.
Spent Exilizer has been retired.
It's gonna be the first ever, basically Kuva, glaive. Or,
Exilizer spent.
my gosh, what's it called? Faction-based glaive?
To something other than a nightmare.
But it should be really cool. It should be very strong. I hope it's very strong. Maybe it'll be like the first ever glaive primer. Not the first, because the Falcor was like, I could kind of use it as a primer. Honestly, it just does too much damage with influence. So why even use it as a primer? Bounce Falcor priming was something people tried. Path assist, yes. I'm not remembering if that's a primary or a secondary though. Oh no, that's the glaive. What was I talking about? This is a beam weapon. Yeah. I've been confused. The Synapse is like a slash stick. I think if you put magnetic onto it, it might do a little bit more. You have magnetic, you have viral, you have slash. Enervate Purus, yep. You can build full status chance. Just get a ton of like extra heat procs. You're not stuck choosing status, crit, and crit damage. I wonder what the 3 new weapons are gonna be. I forgot that there were even gonna be new weapons. Hopefully they're melees. That'd be cool.
We're down an Exilizer.
More infested melees would be cool. Maybe a heavy melee? Infested slam melee? Could be the new big thing. I don't think you can.
Exilizer spent.
Yeah, nope. The Sporothrix is hit scan too, so I don't think, is it hit scan actually? No, it is a projectile. It just got a really fast projectile. Let's see. Oh! Yeah, it's just a really fast projectile.
Spent Exilizer
Yeah.
has been retired.
It is a better thing to use on frames that do not need the fortifier survivability. Or just like where you don't really even need to survive very hard, like in just general content. Maybe a Netra cell, maybe just stuff like that. That's where like Enervate Nucor shines, you just get a ton of kills for free.
Exilizer has been retired.
Uh-oh. Secret Australian tech. It's just a matter of whether or not I will ever want to try it. I don't really want to try it. Let's explore. Oh, oh no, oh no, I almost did it. No, Enervate Okicore is actually not good because you stack critical chance off of your like thingy, off of the augment mod for it. And so for that reason, it becomes redundant. Oh, I cooked myself. RIP. Well, that's good. I was about to end the run at 150 anyways. Why did I revive here?
I was in the area, heard the screams, and thought, I'll just bet that's my little darling. And here you are.
Perfect 150.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
And then I was going to show the Harrow thing maybe.
Cascade intensified.
Sentient Surge does have a cap, but I think that it already makes you orange crit, so it's like, you're not getting a huge bonus for it. It's okay. I don't mind losing affinity as long as I don't lose my sweet, sweet arcanes. Wow, look at all my arcanes. I think I got like 20. Okay, but builds. Parkour velocity, electricity damage, ability strength. This should probably be more like 2 parkour velocity and then 3 primary status chance. I think that's still the best. I think with the 4 tendrils you get plus 240% status chance. Not status chance. Status chance and crit chance. And so with that your Enervate becomes redundant. Infiltrate for a little bit of movement speed. Precision Intensify for Zata's Whisper. A little bit of strength. Rolling guard, continuity, flow, 100-footed, multi-efficiency. You could put crepuscular if you're using a different gun. The Sporothrix just doesn't crit. And so for that reason, there's no need for the critical multiplier. It's like very rarely going to proc an augmented or strength. Unzatas. Sporothrix? I think it does. I mean, I don't know. I think that my efficiency is just high enough that it doesn't matter. The energy nexus is probably like you shouldn't use this. It is channeled. I think this is not a great mod to put here. But let's see what else we can put there. Whoa. Vig swap. Bleeding expertise. Actually, if you're really having trouble, you could put that there, but like duration's kind of important for her. Rush, but that's sprint speed. Stretch, not useful. Equilibrium, sure. Yes. I will go try it.
You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be without you?
We'll put your worries to rest. So you want to see ribbonless? Like, yes, okay. So we have Sentient Surge and Enervate. Actually, it's probably not a good test. I think I should just try it here. This. I won't even be able to kill anything. So Fortifier, let's swap off of this to something that doesn't have any. S frame, no abilities on her. I don't think she even gets a passive. Does she? What's her passive doing? Okay, that's fine. Riga. Oh, it just won't kill. So this is on Fortifier, right? Like orange cutting sometimes. $40,000. Then, so that was Fortifier. There was like no damage bonus off of the Fortifier and then Enervate. Now it's Enervate. Kill them first. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, it's red critting. Oh my god. So this is Enervate. It's like, I guess double the damage, yeah. It's looking like from 2,000 on average with the yellow crits, it's going up to orange crits that are doing like 5,000 to 10,000. Maybe Enervate does work with the Octocore. Oh, Saren. I am... Saren full buff. So, against Eximus units. I think it'll make the Octocore easier to spec into. Because otherwise you need like a lot of investment to make it do a lot of damage for Steel Path. But let's see this. Oh, these aren't Eximus, are they? I don't have the Eximus? Yeah, I guess I'll just use the Lancer Eximus then. Here we get back on the other loadout. So on Enervate, it's still pretty fast. All the damage buffs. And on a Fortifier. Well, it takes longer to charge up. Yeah, I guess that the Octocore doesn't hit orange crits. And on the other loadout, I guess just with Nova. Iriga is here. But I don't have the Octocore on this. My bad, I think I punched my mic. So this right now is Fortifier. With Doriga. Yeah, it's not doing a whole lot of damage. On Enervate. What are you doing here? So Enervate probably does give you more damage, but Fortifier is still going to give you a ton more survivability, especially on the Octocore. because you get like the beams that you don't even have to aim. So I think that's the difference. So if you're just wanting to use the Aki-Core for general content. Oh, good night. Yeah, thanks for coming. Nova is fun. But for general content, I guess Enervate would be better than Fortifier. Like maybe even equivalent, depending on how many buffs you're getting out of your frame. If you're getting like no buffs out of your frame though, I think Enervate would be better. Right now on Enervate, oh yikes. It's not getting through Overguard very fast actually. But now it is, now it's charged up, now it's going crazy. Whoa, Energy Nexus now? My god. I didn't even notice he did that. Enervate against Eximus versus Fortifier. Now I need to charge it up though. Okay, now it's charged up. It's like very similar, but these are all Eximus units. So if I were to put in like non-Eximus units, Kuba Lancer, Kuba Elite Lancer. It'll kill him pretty fast. But Fortifier isn't proccing, and so it's not giving you a damage bonus. Then Enervate would come in. Give you slightly better damage. $7,000 or so versus 2 to 4,000. Yeah, right? Like the time to kill to me looks the same, but you're getting more damage out of it. And like in theory, Fortifier against a normal enemy, it's not proccing at all because you're only gaining like extra damage to the overguard. Like, I don't know. I would still use Fortifier personally for this. New core, I would use. Oh my gosh, it's like the same like kind of thing. Enervate actually does a lot of damage on this though, in particular because the crit multiplier is just insane. It's like 15x. And if you compare that to the Aki-Core's critical multiplier on this build that I have, it's like 3.5. God. So I guess relatively, you're not even getting a you're getting like 3x damage if you're doing extra crits, maybe more. And then like Fortifier, you're getting 8x pretty frequently against Eximus units in Steel Path. I am also using Viral Elec. Fox, this is for Corpus. I don't know. Not a great test. Very bad testing session, actually, I think. But like an interesting conundrum. I don't really have an answer. I'm going to use Fortifier on this because it's just such a good procker of Fortifier to get you Overguard for free. You don't have to aim at Xmas units in particular or whatever. Kuva Nukor, technically if you need the Overguard to survive, I would also use Fortify. But Enervate does so much damage on it that it's like kind of hard to pass up. Because you got 15x. Like, crit multiplier. And you don't have to invest in a crit chance at all. Like if you look at this, relative to the Ocucore, the stackless is doing so much damage. Just a little bit more upkeep. And you have to aim with it, but it's a different gun. Yeah. For Void Cascade, Fortifier for sure is better. Because the Overguard, like, amounts get just so high. You need the extra damage against it. I don't think the crit multiplier, especially 3x on Ocucore, that's not going to help you. Even if you're red critting, you're going to be doing less damage overall. Yep, I agree. Where's that testing? The other thing was, more I was building. Do I have this maxed out already? Bladed rounds. I wanted to try bladed rounds out. This is kind of cool. On a kill, when you're aiming, you get an extra crit damage. Try and crit them more. First shot, galvanized attitude, spec restoration, acuity. I was using this on everything. Alright. Who has evade on him? But like the Incarnon charge is like really hard to build up. There we go, now it's built up. But compare the headshot damage, the body shot damage. You need to headshot. But if I'm not headshotting, I'm not hitting these big numbers. And I need to keep his penance up so that the fire rate is really strong. But his energy upkeep is never going to be a problem. As long as you're headshotting. With the acuity mods, yeah, I've been trying. Like, here's one acuity mod mess around moment here. Yeah, this is acuity. And 2 headshots within 2 seconds, you get extra damage. This is going to be particularly good if it's like something's tanky and not dying instantly, but everything's dying instantly. Yeah, I saw Mika's video about the epitaph with acuity. It's already got multiplicative CO. Now it's just extra strong. 100 energy per headshot is kind of crazy. Like, what do you even use that for? Like, did you see how long that it took to like get into Incarnon when I didn't have penance up? I feel like with the Femor specifically, it might be like really easy for me to lose my invisibility because there's like a lot of downtime. First I have to put my invisibility up, not invisibility, my abilities up. Two, my durable, I need to keep up. So like maybe I'll use it for like a couple seconds and I have to press my fourth ability, which is like also a pretty long animation. Do I have shards on him yet? Oh, I don't have like ability cast speed shards on him yet. But still. Oh yeah, and when my invisibility is down, look at like the difference in damage. When they're fully primed or like half primed, I get more. Otherwise, it was like 60k, less than 100,000 compared to like 1 million to 2 million. Yeah, I doubt that they're gonna touch it. And they continue to add weapons that have it. So like, I don't know what they're thinking. This might not even be the best way to take advantage of the Femor, right? Because like you have so much fire rate and stuff. But then if you're like spamming bullets into somebody, they're not really dying. You have to shoot heads. Shakur level cap. Oh my gosh, my 60% electric Shakur will finally be put to work. What else? Belarx? I don't think the Belarx has changed. Holman maybe, but I think that multi-shot's kind of important for that. Salta is whatever. I didn't really like it. Whoa. Pontifex I think is pretty mediocre. Sporothrix good. Vectis I could go back to, maybe. I'm not like seeing any primaries that I even want to use very much. Hello. One shot till 5k is actually not bad. After that, it's just like 2 or 3, right? Tenet Tetra, absolutely not. No, thank you. In terms of secondaries, what's the Cyclon's crit multiplier? 3x versus 6x. That's a pretty big difference. Got a higher critical chance though. Enervate on the dual talks kind of goes hard, I think. I just got a low crit chance. %, 40%. Okay, merciless gunfight over pistol gambit, right? Oh my god, I can't even put it in. No, I want to try it. Oh god. Prime convulsion? Just get rid of prime convulsion? Now it's just a pure tox. I want to get rid of this. I guess I could put magnetic might here. Toxin magnetic. And try out Enervate. Storms. Crit damage, crit chance. It's still got a pretty high crit chance. In the Incarnon form. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't the move. Do I have anything, any arcanes on here that'll buff this? Crepuscular augmented. Okay, that's fine. Elite Lancer. That's kind of low damage. Yeah. I think that this thing is not helping me. Versus, like, Deadhead. This is just straight up doing more damage. Like 200,000. Flare, no. Encumber, sure. Oh, actually, isn't there like an Incarnate evolution that's like I chose for crit chance? Yes. I shot plus 70% toxin, plus 3 punch through. Okay, how about that? And Enervate. I do have like a really crazy CC Ravinia. $15, $30, 100,000 is the highest number I'm seeing here. I know, I just want to try it. This Elementalist? Sure. Do I have any other crit chance mods though? On kill plus, oh my gosh, this is a bladed rounds for this. Sharpened bullets instead of pistol pestilence because now I have plus 70% toxin, enervate, barrel diffusion. I'll do galvanized barrel diffusion. Okay. Oh my god, every change that I make, the damage gets lower. It's like really sad. Hmm, that was okay. Stacking critical damage is not the move. Hornet Strike? More status chance? On ability cast? Then it would be Pistol Pestilence, Magnetic Might, Lethal Torrent. I think the multi-shot is important. Yeah, it's too much critical damage. I think that I just can't stack the critical multiplier high enough for it to matter. Yeah, I can try Hornet Strike first. Still pretty bad. Still pretty bad damage. With all the galvanized stacks and everything. It's like all those changes relative to just like straight up the original build, which was just corrosive. With this, I think this was the build. On, just say that with better base crit. Just always orange critting. Sometimes red critting and doing just way more damage. Yeah. Alright, good night. See you later. Thanks for coming. I think that the dual toxicist may not be a good enervate gun. Infected clip instead of merciless. What is infected clip? Am I like looking the wrong place? It's a rifle mod. Do you mean, oh my gosh, pathogen round? Sure. I think that the damage won't be better though. Crit multiplier now is 7.1. It was 7.9 when I was stacking it. So weird. It's because of this, because I get so much critical damage out of this. This is 144% critical damage on my ribbon. And then if I do all of this other stuff, if I do Merciless Gunfight, that's 45. If I do this, it's like 40, that's 80% more. And then I get 75% here, so it's only slightly more critical damage if I have all three of these mods versus all of it on this mod. Maybe if this was just like critical damage and no critical chance, Enervate could save the build, and I could stack like critical damage instead of like the critical chance here, instead of yeah, I think actually just this would get replaced. I would get like 40% more critical damage. I wouldn't need the critical chance, but then it would do slightly less damage because now the critical chance is too low. To 25%. It would be mostly doing like yellow crits. I don't know. Yeah, maybe dual tox is not it, and it's like very situational. Like you would mostly get like a crit chance, crit damage ribbon, right? Not that one. Did I do the Latum stuff? What did I do to this? Was I still farming? What am I cooking? I'll figure that out later. Angstrom, maybe? Epitaph, no. Hockey core, situationally, Xylock, I don't know. Well, that was testing. I was just basically padding the stream timer. I think I've gotta go though now. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Gonna end stream now. See you guys later. Probably Zatas on Harrow. Probably not. I don't know if I'm planning any Zatas on anybody in the like near future. Okay, goodbye. See ya.